Don't you know? Bringing our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's all every day. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make $1, won't celebrate. We're the zero holders, so after we say, zero holders are after we say. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. None for the money, it's living the dream. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Mega GMs, good fucking morning, boys. Good Lord. Johnny, what's up, man? DK, what's up? Good morning, dude. Luna, good morning. Pizza day, dude. I've been wrestling with today. Some plans today. Wrestling with pizza or no pizza. That helped, dude. It's pizza day. It's definitely a fucking pizza day, dude. All right. How are we doing, by the way? Everyone good? We got a lot to talk about today. I don't know how long we'll talk about it all, but Jesus Christ, dude. I got to say, I'm loving... We'll start talking a little bit about yesterday, continuation of the Beeple stuff. Couple thoughts about it. Dude, I got to say, Luna, it still kind of blows my mind that you do the virtual stuff. It just does. Like, it just does. How much did you get, by the way? How much repo? Repo is like on fucking fire. On fire. Okay, here's a question. Luna, well, any of you. If the repo team told me they had something to send me, I don't know if it was NFTs or token, and I didn't get it, should I bug them to get it, or do I just, like, if they send it, they send it? I don't even know what for, other than I don't know. I don't know. I never do that shit, so I have no idea. Is repo running right now? Man. I'm peeking at repo real quick. I've been given one thing ever, like, in all my time, like, doing this stuff, and, you know, if anybody offers, I always say no. When repo said, I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, hell yeah. Do you guys remember Weirdo Ghost Game? What's up, Hoods? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ping him back and be like, hey, dude, would love to play on the platform and send me what you were gonna send me. And I wouldn't oh shit. I wouldn't sell anything either. Okay, once before I've gotten something from a team, and, like, for nothing other than I covered it during a show and they just wanted to thank me. Do you guys remember Weirdo Ghost Gang? Do you remember that NFT from last cycle? It was like a 22 project. Weirdo Ghost Gang. Still have it. I'm not going to sell it. If somebody's going to give me something, I'm not selling it. If I were to sell something, it'll be years down the road when, like, it doesn't matter, right? Oh, dude, really good point. Now, that was different. I won a contest, right? As opposed to somebody just offering. Like, I had them on the show, and then after they said that, I don't want it to ever look like there's payment for coming on streams or anything. Like, I never want that. If somebody wants to say thank you, cool. But also, I'll never sell them. The repo's legit, dude. Hang on, let's throw on the screen. 30 mil market cap, basically, or FTV. This is going, yesterday's a little higher, I think. It's going to 50. It's going higher. It's going much higher. Repo's legit. There we go. That's what's up. All right. I was kind of excited yesterday. Dude, I have so many things I want to talk about. Jesus. So many things I probably shouldn't yet, but I will at some point. I'm making a prediction. 2026 is going to be one of the hardest years of my life for a very specific reason. And it's super shitty, and I'll share it at some point soon. It's not good. I made a big fucking mistake and it's gonna get my ass bad. And I'll share it once I'm ready to. And I'll do it public too, but next year's gonna be tricky. tricky. Okay. I need to my goal for next year. We should probably do this end of year show or whatever. Besides the bear market. Yeah, definitely besides the bear market. It's a big fucking oopsie. You'll see. You'll all agree. You'll be like, Jesus Christ, dude. My goal next year, though, we'll do New Year's resolutions here in the next couple of weeks, but it's to not give a fuck. That's it. More than ever, just not give a fuck. So that'll be the goal. One of those things I don't want to give a fuck about. Actually, I don't. I actually opposite. I need to give more of a fuck about is views and growth and engagement and that stuff. Like that probably is good to know to give more of a fuck about. But yesterday was kind of interesting, right? So the Beeple thing's everywhere. Like, we saw those tweets. The AP tweeted about Beeple and ABC and TMZ. Everybody's talking about the Beeple thing. And for us, it was probably all over our timeline. So I kind of thought yesterday the Beeple video would get good views, right? I just kind of thought because it's more of a mainstream topic, it would. And there's a lot of factors here. It didn't get a lot of views, by the way, 139, which is fine. I use views to help me measure sentiment in this space. And it's a really good gauge for it, by the way. So I was curious how the video would do. Because I do feel like a kind of energy here in NFTs, like good energy. Like the best NFTs have felt in a long time, and not prices, not market itself, but like sentiment and like vibes and just like feels good and like feels pure. And like the Beeple thing has brought some of the best vibes I've felt in NFTs in years. What's up, Betty? Good morning. But didn't translate to views, and so surprised, but also not surprised, because here's the thing: all over our timeline, mainstream covering it, but every day I have a new habit where I go to Google search trends and I look for the trending topics. Right, I'll look at the top 50 or whatever, like big highest ranked searches. The Beeple thing didn't show anywhere. It didn't. There was nothing in trending for Beeple or robots or robot dogs or NFTs. There was nothing trending there. Maybe they're not the right search words. But a couple days ago with the Trump savings account, Susan Dell, because of her crazy ass face, she was trending. It was easy to see. So I kind of picked up on that on a title. But Beeple, there was nothing. There we go. Where are Remelios on? Do we got him on Monad yet? But yeah, there's nothing trending out there. Like normies aren't searching Beeple. They're seeing the headline somewhere and they probably click the article and they go fucking weird, right? It's weird. And then that's it. Then they don't whatever. It's weird. So vibes, whatever feels really good here in this tiny little ass echo chamber, but nobody gives a fuck outside. It's really weird. No, nothing. Made a little short about it too, and nothing. And that's point is, I don't care about that right now. But this definitely isn't going to bring NFTs back. It's definitely not going to bring NFTs back, and I hope I'm wrong, but nobody cares. Luke, no, should be on Abstract. Abstract's got this fucking weird thing, dude, where when I go live, I'll put it on the screen. When I go live, it doesn't pick up the video feed. It takes sometimes 5 or 10 minutes for the stream to start working. It's weird. There we go. Now it's working. Now I can click start. Just weird. Every single morning, it's an issue with Abstract. So there we go. We're live on Abstract now. Every fucking morning, it's a problem, though. So again, I hope NFT's back. And, well, I'll say this. Part of today's chat, the Netflix Warner Brothers thing, the bear market, if it's here or if it's coming or whatever. Look, I feel a little something. I feel a little tingle in the jelly beans. And I saw an Ansem tweet that gave me a little. I mean, Luke, this is the spot where everybody's chatting at least, so it's kind of cool to have you here. Actually, Luke, YouTube's where everybody chats. I don't know if you knew, but on the YouTube side is where everybody's in the chat. But watch wherever, it's cool. Watch wherever's comfortable, Okay. A lot of us are not playing this market. Luna's the only one trading. He's good at it. Most of us are not. This is the least exposure I've had to this market in years. Dead serious. Dead serious. This is the least exposure I've had, least like skin in the game. It's super weird. I have less skin in the game now than I had in the bear market. Like, just facts. Now, bear market, I'm sitting on my bags and I had a lot of stuff and it was worth nothing or not liquid or whatever, but I have less assets now. I'm holding less crypto. You know, I love it, dude. Luke, you would have liked yesterday's stream. Unless you were there. Yesterday was, I love, dude, I love the people thing. I was chatting with a buddy yesterday and I was shocked to hear, and he works in the industry now, and he loves art, big art collector. He told me he doesn't like people, doesn't like people's art. It shocked me, dude. I was so shocked to hear somebody doesn't like people, but I'll like personal taste and whatever. I guess I get it. I love people. I love him, dude. I just love the wild shit, and he's provocative and it's fucking awesome, dude. I love people. I love that, dude. But again, I don't think normies care. Like, I'll show you what this looks like. Trending now, there's nothing, people. Are you there, Luke? Luke, you're actually there, dude? Okay, people are posting screenshots of their Beeple stuff. I'm scanning their QR codes. Every photo I see on the timeline, a Beeple, like, printout. I know that's not going to work, but I'm like, what if? Every QR code I see in photos that are on the timeline, I keep scanning them. Because, like, what if, dude? What if somebody took a shot of, like, the gallery, whatever, right? And there's a QR code in the background. What if you scan it and you get the NFT? That would be a huge fucking story, wouldn't it? So, like, I'm literally sitting here scrolling with my phone, scanning QR codes. Most of that, well, not most, all the ones I've done just take me to the website for the collection. But guys, do it. I think you should do the same thing. What if one of us hits? Okay, so we'll go over a little how people are getting these because I learned a little about it. Also learned a little more about the $100,000 sales. Remember yesterday, I wasn't totally sure that $100,000 thing. Is it people bought the robots for $100,000 or is he selling them? Like we talked about it yesterday. What's the cheapest Beeple edition? Where can you get a Beeple for 1,000? What's that piece, dude? Oh, right. Okay. I want a Beeple so bad, dude. I was telling, okay, look, God damn it. We're going to talk a lot about people. If you came here for the Netflix, Warner Brothers, Heeboo topic, I'll get to that. It's probably going to be in like 15, 20 minutes. Actually, I'll put a timestamp. I'll actually go back and get a timestamp for that because there's an interesting thing out there coming from the Claynosaurs, actually. And to like continue a point I was just making before. Look, it's slow. I'm not in the market. I'm not trading. I'm not doing much of anything. But this is when, man, especially you want to be plugged in and looking for opportunities. Okay, so I always think this. I've found some of the best opportunities in a slow market, bear market. Reminds me of like FX hash a few years back, right? The dead times are when you have the least competition to find the hot shit. It's true. Because I do believe stuff's coming back. I do believe no matter if it's a bull market, bear market, or in a new era, and that you will have opportunities all the time. I don't want to miss shit. Again, when it's slow and everybody leaves and you feel it, right? Everybody's left. This is when you find stuff and there's not as many people that if you find it and talk about it, other people aren't going to hear because they're not here. This is the best time to go find great shit. That some of the things that are out there right now will be the next, $1 billion token or whatever, money printer for you. The virtuals, the 2024 virtuals thing, even 25, right? But the virtuals AI meta of like this next part of the cycle, we'll find those again. There is something coming. And right now is the best time to be looking for stuff like that. So let me put this there. This is an Ansem tweet reminded me of that, right? Reminder, the best opportunities arise when sentiment becomes the worst. Daily research, even if you're not trading. Yes. It doesn't mean, dig and find a token to degen into. It just means look at the products, look at the teams, explore and find new stuff because we've got like this perfect setup right now. Perfect setup is happening right now where like regulatory clarity is coming, new rules to the game with a way more mature ecosystem and platforms than we had a year or two ago, like way more mature and a lot of money coming into this space. The perfect setup there for something like explosive. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, and it's why, like, and we'll get to this shortly, but it's why I'm even looking at something like Heeboo. I don't know if this is the thing. I don't know if this is the thing that, checks that box, is the next big thing, but I'm telling you, something is going to come along that you'll be able to find now that will be something that's disruptive. Now's the time to be plugged in looking, man. The ownership thing, by the way, I think is going to be a big part of this meta. Not even the meta, a big part of the future. Owning token, owning NFT equals owning part of the brand. The real ownership thing we bought into years ago, I believe that's coming back. I believe that's going to be the thing that really gets this back into gear. And now's the time to be watching. There you go, Luke. It's funny, people are shitting on it. And it's one of those things like, I get it. And also, it's not like somebody else put out a tweet saying, like, it's not, this was Hunter Horsley, I think, said it. It's not the big eating the small. It's the fast eating the slow. It's like the company that's ahead, eating up the guys who are just stuck in the old ways. And that just is everything these days. That's crypto. It's like you can just sit here and spin your wheels doing the old thing and then complain when it doesn't work and you're passed and you're lapped and whatever. Or you get on board and you evolve and you change because everything's changing. And I don't know that I don't know that Netflix taking over Warner Brothers is bad, or if it's bad, still it's inevitable. It just is. We like, oh damn, dude. Everything's changing. We consume media different. Some people say Netflix caused us to do that. I don't think so. Chicken or egg thing. Anyway, people, and then we'll get to that stuff. But still love yesterday, dude. I just love what's going on in Miami. I so wish I was there. I'm telling you, dude. Actually, we'll even do it live. We're gonna go scan for photos and see if we can find QR codes. But here we go. More like we'll look at prices too, but more of these Beeple NFTs are selling. I do think that collection is really capped at 256, right? The robots are being sold. $100,000. I think you get the physical robot. You get a print, you get 2 NFTs, and then Beeple keeps one of the NFTs. So I think it's 3 editions. This is my understanding. 3 editions of the NFT. Beeple keeps 1. You as the buyer get 2, and there's big names that are buying those separate from the 256 edition collection. But boy, oh boy, do I think these are grails, and I think they're underpriced. And yeah, it's 7 ETH. But like, look, they were 12 ETH yesterday. Collection's grown. We was 120 editions yesterday were minted. We're at 136 now. Today's the last day. So we're going to see this collection get about what? 80, 90 editions more. It's going to grow today. Well, you can get a Beeple 1-1 right now for not cheap. $23,000. I got to tell you, man, I am so tempted. I don't think anything I have is liquid enough to do this. This is where I kick myself for not being liquid enough to do this, because I would absolutely. We talk about CryptoPunks. If Punks fell to 10 ETH and all you had was 10 ETH, would you spend it? Would you go all in, empty, set yourself to 0 to buy the thing? Same thing with a Beeple then. If you had 7.69 ETH right now, would you empty out your bags and grab a Beeple 1-1? I would. I absolutely would. And I could probably get there. I'm trying to think. If I listed all my best stuff, I would get there. And I think some of the stuff I got is liquid enough where I could maybe do it. I could probably do it. Just like with some effort, right? I think a Beeple at under 80th is crazy. Like, good crazy. Like, Jesus, dude. People's only keeping 1 of each dog machine. All the assets unique. 1,000 prints, 256 have a 1-1. Yep. It's going to be an interesting week, Luna. I think Luna's saying short the market. Rate cuts this week, right? And I'm a little worried that when people see that it was priced in, it doesn't move the market, that it maybe spooks people. Maybe, I don't know, but I'm not feeling optimistic this week about the market. not. And that could change in an instant, but we'll see. Anyway, I think these are a fucking steal here. I really do. I really, really do. Again, wish I were liquid enough. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, people are accepting bids on these for 5, under 6. Somebody just took a 5 ETH, 5 ETH offer. Oh, dude, come on. Okay. I think so, Mike. I think you could. Here's the deal. It's like I said, it's so slow out there. I don't think these are being valued right. I don't. Okay, when I gave the example yesterday, the Beeple Politics is Bullshit collection, and I'm like, they sell for 50 ETH, and it's a 50 edition collection, and they're all the same, right? It's a 100 edition collection. It's not 50. Beeple has a 100 edition collection. They're all the same, and they sell for 50 plus ETH. So we're like 2.5 times bigger here, but they're all 1/1s, selling for 10 times less. I think this thing is so severely underpriced here. And I just think it's because people are unplugged. Man, if I could get one of these for 5, and I'm actually going to think of how I free up quickly enough 5 ETH to throw an offer, but I think bids right now are like 7. With that extra supply coming today, that might actually help drive this down, man, especially if these get to 4 ETH or something. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, if you've got it, you should spend it. If you have 4 ETH and these get that low, you should absolutely buy. Like, this thing is Spidey senses tingle hard on this one. Incredible. Fucking incredible. I love seeing the videos, like the IRL footage. Like, here, I'm gonna play this real quick. Just the fucking coolest. And yeah, the butcher thing, awesome, and the X copy thing, they're all awesome. But the Beeple thing is just, dude, there's like a line around the whole fucking venue. It's crazy. So what? They're just like sitting there, like scanning and taking photos and shit. Badass. It's just fucking awesome, man. Fuck, if you can get one of these for 4 or 5 ETH, I'm saying, dude. Uh, People. I want to see if we can find a QR code somewhere just to show how that works. But and then we're gonna check an Emlo. Emlo got one of these. He's like art collector, does an art show, right? He got one of these at the down here in Miami, and he explained how he got it. He also sold it right away. And people are actually giving him shit for it and giving. I don't know if people are actually giving Beeple shit too. Yeah, I want to see if we can find any photo with a QR code. All right, we're not just gonna sit and scroll for it, I guess, but they're out there. Should have done some online, but yeah, apparently, and I believe this. D's saying, nothing makes me want to collect from an artist more than when they trash their contemporaries and collectors. So I think there's some artists out here, and man, like I say sometimes there's artists here who aren't like real artists. And when I say that, everybody's an artist. You guys, us, we're all artists. I think that definition doesn't mean much. But like, I think some people are really shitting on people who are flipping these NFTs. And some artists are bitter that there's such big money out there and it's not. Ooh, Luke, would you DM that to me, man? I can't. It doesn't let me, like, the comments don't let me click them. But like, here's Emlo. I'm gonna play his story of how he got it. Good old fucking Lurky. God damn, I love Lurky.
With regards to the Beeple thing, I must have waited around that pen for around like 4 hours until I saw a moment. I kept scanning QR codes on the ground until I saw one that said this one has a digital NFT, and I basically said to people like, "Can I have this specific one?" He called me MFer, and then he got it for me. So I was very happy about that. But I mean, pure luck mixed with a little bit of conviction, just standing around there and waiting till I saw the right moment.
Okay, so like here's what's interesting or weird or whatever. Emlo saying conviction, stood around for 4 hours, asked people for like a specific NFT, and then he sold it. I can get why you might feel a kind of way about that. Like, might not love that. I guess, right? Does it feel weird? Wait in line, love the artist, I'm here. Conviction pays off, but wait around, get the thing, flip the thing. I could get why some people might not love that idea, but I used to do that with flipping game consoles, anything, right? It's a weird thing. I think that's like, if an artist doesn't like their thing being like financialized or whatever, speculated on like that, I think they're in the wrong place. I can get why that might get some people in their feels right away. But I guess why are you here and doing tokenized artwork then? There you go. It's smart. It's smart to do. Actually, you're a dummy if you're not doing that. I get why another artist might be in their feels. I get why they might be there in their feels a little bit over it. Because I guess to them it's not pure. It's not about the art. It's, you know, it's about how can somebody make a buck off you and whatever. All right, Luke, let me peek at that DM. I'm jealous. I wish I were there and I wish I got one. And man, I probably would have done the same thing, like flip it. Oh, funny, Luke, that's the exact one that I was scanning yesterday. It takes you to the website, right? I'll put that up. Yeah, that's the one I did, and then I started searching online for more. Because here's the thing, I think, are these the physicals? I don't know if these are the physicals or if these are the ones that can have an NFT. Let me check. Yeah, what I don't know is this what the NFT version looked like, or is this the actual physical? You scan this, it takes you to the website for regular animals or whatever it's called. Why my memory's so bad. Right, yeah, regular animals. But you can scan it, it takes you there. So what I'm not sure is this what the NFT ones look like? And is it just like luck? You pick them up, you scan it, and some of them just take you to the website, some of them take you to an NFT claim. But man, is it cool. Is there also a correlation between Epic Games and Gala? Zober, I don't think there is, but if there is, that's pretty cool. I don't remember hearing a connection there. So I don't think so. Oh, got it. That's cool, Luke. Got it. Luke, that's cool. So you just got to go and keep scanning them until you find one. Does people hand them out or are they just all over the floor? I'm still trying to work out how you get access to them. Do you have to get into that pen? And when like you're in line to get inside there, right? And then when you're inside, can you go and scan? Let's see. Finding the next big thing in the bear. Something more bullish than this. Coinbase invested Coinbase we're talking Lighter, I bet, right? Yeah. Coinbase invested in Lighter. Robinhood invested in Lighter. Co-founder of Plantier invested in Lighter. Ribbit Capital. Yep. And now Justin Sun 50 million Lighter. Yeah, Lighter's the way I hear Lighter talked about is different than most things too. I think Luna's been right all along. Lighter's a monster. And I think kind of just getting started. You know what I mean? As far as most of us still haven't touched it. I bet most people out there still haven't touched it. I think Lighter is going to be a fucking monster. Luna might retire off Lighter. I don't know. I hope he does. He was high on the leaderboard. Pretty fucking cool. Yeah, Lighter. I love the no fee thing. Somebody was talking about the Lighter no fees. So okay, there's a trader who put a really good article out there saying how like broken memes are, like meme coins. Oh, we got a meme coin to talk about next, actually. Saying meme coins are so broken because there's so many, like fees are so high. Fees are so high for a thing that you can create in 20 seconds. It doesn't match. Like the fee structure is broken. And he used Lighter as an example of how it should be. No fees on the trades. Or certain types of trades, right? This is a cool article. Holy shit. Wild. Yeah, Luna's going to be another like hyperliquid type success story for people who used it. Market down here in the past 24 hours, by the way. We're under 89K Bitcoin. ETH trying to hang on to 3K. Good luck. I'm not very bullish this week. Ripple 203, BNB 886, Solana 131. There's a meme that seemed kind of interesting yesterday, guys. And I'm still watching it. I still think it's kind of interesting. I'll explain why, but here's Big sitting at 1.7 mil. Got as high as almost 6. Musty, I'm holding FWOG and I'm going to keep holding it. I'm probably going to ride FWOG to 0, but I got a theory about FWOG. Man, nice. Some of you guys are pushing some legit numbers. Love it. Yeah, well, I'm going to get to FWOG because it ties into what I think's coming. Maybe like the whole ownership thing and the rewarding holders and like, yeah. Yeah. And I'll explain what happened with Big and why there's maybe still a chance this is something. I actually think there's a chance this is something. I'm tempted to get in here and gamble, like literally just gamble on this because I don't know, but I have if this is what it could be, then it could be actually big. Could actually be big. Donald Trump tweeted or posted yesterday on Truth Social. College sports is in big trouble. The ticker big. That's simple. Donald Trump doesn't tweet tickers. It's obviously not him, but whatever. His intern, whoever runs his socials, whatever, tweeted a ticker. I would love to see if the post is still up. Oh, did somebody edit it? Oh, man. Does anybody here use Truth Social? If somebody uses it or has an account, would you mind checking to see if that's still there, if it really is edited? Because that actually matters a bit. Here's why it's kind of interesting, though. Like, really interesting. If that ticker is still there, okay, when that meme coin came out, it was launched paired against the World Liberty Finance stablecoin, USD1. Hey, Luke, check, dude, if you can. Thank you, man. It's paired with USD1, the World Liberty Finance or financial stablecoin. It was launched on Bonk, which is their official like Solana meme coin partner. And the ticker, this token launched like within like 30 seconds of that tweet coming out. So that connection feels pretty like not random. It feels like it wasn't a random dude who saw the tweet and then launched a meme coin because of the tweet. This feels like somebody inside that circle launched it, that it was on purpose. Now, if they edited the ticker out, it's probably intern and some fuckery, and they'll just say it was a typo and it's Barron Trump, right? But if because of the Clarity Act coming and because of things coming this month, it's game on with crime like usual, you know what I mean? Just what I was thinking is like that best case scenario is all these changes are coming. What if the Trump account is tweeting big changes coming to, our strategic reserve, big changes coming to treasuries, big changes coming, like he just uses big in tons of tweets and always with a ticker. And we find out that's like officially their coin. It's edited out. Okay. Oh, okay, hang on. Luke's saying it's still there. And Luna's saying it's edited. So they edited it to take the ticker out, the $sign out. I would watch it. I still would watch it, and I might gamble on that one a little, because if they send another and then maybe edit it still, but if they tweet more, if they post more and have the big ticker, it could be much more than a one-time thing, and it could be something a little more official. And I wouldn't mind rolling the dice on something at 1.5 mil market cap or 1.7 or even 2, because if it's real and they keep tweeting it, why couldn't that be a $10 million or $20 million market cap coin? I actually expect it to do that if they keep tweeting. It's still there. Okay. Yeah, I might roll the dice on this, guys. Even here, and it might go to 0. But if big is going to be tweeted with a whole bunch of other big things coming, and again, it's the World Liberty Finance stablecoin. It's launched on their official partner. There's just a lot of things here that you're like, okay, I've gambled on worse things. And the upside is retarded on something like this. Downside 0, of course. So the risk is this goes to 0 like most things do. The upside is a $50, $100 million meme coin if it becomes a Trump ecosystem meme, and a big one at that, and used all the time. And there's a ton of upside here. If this gets to 20 mil, yes, sir. Yep. Now there was this got vampired, right? Somebody launched one on PUMPFUN, all kinds of scammy stuff, right? But yeah, Trump tweets a ticker, only gets to 6 mil. Absolutely cooked. If things get silly again, and I'm still betting things get silly again, I still do think we have that coming. I do. I just do. I can picture a big ticker being used often. I could picture this being crimed. If it were official, though, and this is where I'll kind of counter it too, if this were really official, I would assume that the insiders there would have crimed this already. So at the very least, putting it on your radar, I would definitely be watching this one. I'll put the ticker in the chat for you guys. I don't own any right now. I don't own any. I bought in. Where did I buy in? I bought in. Let's see. Trying to remember. I bought in. I'm guessing I got in somewhere like around here. And I got out. I was in and out really fucking quick. I just I'm not playing right now, although I played this because, again, just so the potential was like pretty big short term. But I didn't want to chance it. When I was up in profits, I was right out and I said, I'll miss it. I just still need confidence that we're really back before I really ride some of this stuff. Didn't feel it. Didn't want to chance it. I'm okay missing stuff, but in and out within 5 minutes, even 10 minutes. And I'm glad I did, because I would be down bad. I think I was in it 3. Yeah, I think it was in right around. Yeah, I think it was in right here. Right here. Made up 20%, something stupid like that. Not much, but I'll take a little win just to feel fucking alive. I got in. Watch this one. The fact that it's not edited is actually kind of interesting. So I'm tempted to throw $200 in it. Not going to kill me if it goes to 0, but if this gets to 17 mil, I'll take $2,000. That would be nice right now. Let me put the ticker in the chat. Did I? I already did. I did. You got the ticker. Again, official stablecoin came out within 30 seconds of the tweet or the post on their official launchpad. I'd be watching that one for sure. Felt fun to just play something, though. Well, Luna, what is that? SPSC. Why am I retarded? What is that? Good old Tyler, I'm going to ask Tyler to come on my marathon stream next week. I'm going to ask Tyler if he'd come co-host part of it with me. I think he would. Or at the very least, So what I'm picturing is if it's a 12-hour stream, I want somebody from Virtuals to come for part of the Virtuals projects and like co-host part with me. And I would love Tyler to come co-host part with me when like Nate's on and some of those big names. Or I want him on to talk Decrypt and like their partnership with Yahoo Finance too. Maybe Tyler comes on when I have Yahoo Finance on. Like I want to figure that out, but I'm going to invite Tyler on. But he tweeted out yesterday memes were looking kind of nice for a minute. Right? Franklin's done well. Poo. White Whale launched a token. People are saying White Whale is the bunk guy. Unibunk or whatever his name is, right? Or Unipix or whatever the fuck his name is. Which, Luna, is it true? Tyler Cope tweet. I like Tyler a lot. A lot. I'm still wishing, I know I've told this story a few times, but we were going to do a show together, man. Well, a couple things. We were chatting about having his morning stream when he did his morning, what was his morning stream called? His own morning spaces. We were talking about having that as like kind of partnered with our morning show. And we chatted with like Modern Market, and that would have been cool. But we had talked a bunch of times, well, a couple of times about doing some content together. And he was always down. We just couldn't figure out exactly what it was. But I think he would come on. It's a good dude. Anyway, there were signs of life in memes. It was nice to see. There's Griffane, by the way. I know Mike's digging that one. I don't trust any of it yet, but I am going to watch Big still. There we go. All right, we got, look, privacy meta still hot. SEC Crypto Task Force holding a roundtable next week. Next Monday? Yeah, next Monday. On surveillance and privacy. And I hope that is a focus for these guys. So that'll be cool. Wanted to touch on this yesterday. Now's the time, though. This might be the most impactful thing we've seen in a minute when it comes to the markets and the fuckery and all this nonsense, all this stuff that just keeps nuking us right down to these very specific liquidation levels, right? Yeah, Mike, it's nuts. It is like either this is all so fucking manipulated or, cycles over and it's all part of the same thing too, maybe. But Marty Party always puts out liquidation levels. We always nuke or pump right to those levels. What's up, cutie? Good morning. Right to those levels, dude. It's not a coincidence. I can't imagine it's a coincidence at all. So here we have the CFTC authorizing a spot Bitcoin and crypto trading. What? Is it a specific platform here? Authorized spot Bitcoin and crypto trading on federally regulated exchanges for the first time. Let's see. Here we go. Acting Chairman Caroline Pham invoked existing Commodity Exchange Act authority requiring leveraged retail commodity trading occur only on futures exchanges. There we go. There we go. Bit Nominal goes live this week. Leverage spot, perps, futures, options, portfolio managing, margining, sorry. Full federal oversight. Okay, so this plays in this whole idea that these offshore crypto exchanges are manipulating the market. It's like he says, Binance. Binance is trading against you. Binance is the one dumping us down to these different, wiping out people with these leverage positions. It's like without fail, he gets those levels right. It seems to be true. Having this with that kind of oversight means they can't. It's illegal. So if that only occurs on these platforms, and I don't know how you stop it from occurring elsewhere, but part of the solution is the solution. God, I hate everybody using AI. It's so obvious now. It's so fucking odd. You guys, okay, you remember how that Dash thing, what's it called? M dash or something like that. You know how that was always assigned something's AI? Have you guys picked up on what's like the newest one? And it's not even new, but have you guys picked up on the newest, most obvious red flag that something is written by AI? Curious if anybody's picked it up. It's like it's one specific word. And in this case, I can tell the word was there and it was removed, but it's one specific word that's in there that you know for sure it was an AI written thing. And it would have gone right here, by the way. Who's got the word? I one of you's got to know it. It would have gone right here. It would have gone right between not and rhetoric. Oh, I wonder if somebody's got it. But yeah, this is AI. Anyway, this is probably a very, very, very big deal. Anyone know? God, I want somebody to get this. And I'm actually, when I say it, I'm curious if everybody already knows, like if you knew this. All right. The word is just. Does everybody know? Is that an obvious thing? Does everybody know that if you see the word just? It would have read like this. This is not just rhetoric. This is infrastructure. That's the formatting. That is AI. And you see it everywhere now. And all these big, long, like write-ups, posts, whatever, you see just. This isn't just blank. It's blah, 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 blah. When you see that, it's AI. Every single time. And if you didn't catch on to that before, now you're going to pick it up everywhere. Everywhere. I bet you if we scroll for a minute, yeah, it's so off-putting, dude. That's the new thing. That's the new M dash or whatever it's called. If you see, this isn't just. No, but it's the phrasing. That's why, like that, you could tell because it would have fit there. It's like the phrasing. Yep, exactly. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Perfect way. It's that phrasing. It's the contrast. It's not this. That's AI. I bet you if we scroll for just even a minute or two, we'll find it. It's so off-putting because then everything sounds the same. Everything on X sounds the exact same. It's so boring out there. It's so fucking boring. And you'll notice it everywhere. Once you know, like you see it everywhere. Like, dude, all the long posts out there are AI. How can I find like just trending? Let me just go to today's. Let's see if we find a big post here. Oh, it's Pearl Harbor Day. Ooh, what else you guys got? Yeah. Hang on. What are other big signs that something's AI? So the M dash or whatever, just or the contrasting thing, whatever. Yeah, if you guys think of other things, let me know. Oh, dude, Luna, DM me if you find that. Anyway, I hate crypto Twitter is awful, dude. It's so fucking it's so boring. It's so boring, dude. So yeah, something like this, not it. Not at all. It's a legit tweet. So it's not the word, it's the structure. And it's everywhere. Yeah, I don't think he uses it. I want to invite Clanosaurs on the stream too. Oh, what is this? Oh, Breakpoint. Breakpoint's this week, huh? Is that one? Nope. When you guys think of them, oh, dude, that's badass, man. Luna, that's so fucking cool. I did my YouTube year review thing. My kids wrecked my algo. I got Mr. Beast is like number 2. Actually, hang on. Where can we see that? It'll copyright me, I think, for the music. But oh, and it's not even accurate, by the way. Like it showed my most listened to song was like Cardi, which is not. Like King Gizzard would easily be my most listened to thing. Hang on, let's see. Where can I find my year review thing? Under the U tab. Where's the U tab? Where's the U tab? Okay. Your recap can be found right on the homepage under the U tab. Where's that? Where's that shit? I don't have a U tab. Oh, derp. Yeah, I don't have it. Oh, got it. Okay. Dude, I kind of want to play it, but dude, I went to bed listening to this guy last night. It's crazy. Like crazy, like nut. This guy, I love listening to people like talking tongues and he does prophecies and shit, and it's all bullshit. It's like fake, but I go to bed listening to that last night. Guy's a lunatic, like scammer. I want to play it, but I'll get that. You know what I might do? We might flip over to the PUMPFUN stream or Abstract stream, maybe kill the YouTube side, and I just want to play it. Well, yeah, I think we'll come back to that. We'll keep YouTube going for a bit still. But I'm gonna come back to that. Let's keep going. Anyway, I think that's a big deal. I think the Clarity Act this year still big. Like I don't mean like big deal. I mean it is the deal. That's the game changing shit. So back to Ansem, back to watching for opportunities. It's time. Oh, and this was awesome too. I don't know if you guys saw this thread. This guy Ken, who was Ken with? You know, crypto guy, builder, and like leaving the space. Everybody's so like jaded by the space, and this dude's like, all we built is a casino and blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, dude, yes. It's totally true, but what we really did is built this incredible foundation for everything to come on chain and everything to connect. And I still, maybe I'm so fucking naive, but I still believe all of the things, all the ways I thought crypto and blockchain would like reshape things. I still believe them. And I still think the Clarity Act is that missing piece that we need to actually make those things happen. And yeah, for me, most of that means ownership and rewards and that kind of thing. I still believe it. I still think that's coming. I still think that's why we might have a very special year ahead of us. Might. The article's like pretty fucking depressing. And I love it. So we talk about this quite a bit. Sentiment you need in the shitter, right? You need it there to have that other side, and it's there. People are giving up left and right. You got guys who've been here for years and years building, and they're gone. Yeah, exactly, dude. I love this. This is the same as when somebody unalives themselves. Somebody who's given up on the space, has no belief in it anymore. I'm sorry, but what's happening here is exactly what everybody thought would happen. It's exactly what we thought was going to happen as far as when that institutional money comes in, how it's going to change everything, and not to help us, not in a good way for us, but that it will change this space and we'll have no control over anything. Everything is happening the exact way it was the exact way we knew it would happen. Nothing here is surprising. Might not feel good when it's happening, but it's exactly what we thought would happen. So get out. Get the fuck out. So then I'm watching for, to Ansem's point, and like I'm always trying to do, where's the opportunities? What are the things happening right now that might change the game in all different industries? All different industries will have their version of it. Here's the, I think he's CEO of Claynosaurs and also Heeboo. And Heeboo's what we got to dive into. And I'm not going to say I understand it, but I'm watching. Talking about Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers. Again, movie people, film people, those guys and girls, they hate it. They think it's awful. They're going to kill creatives. They're going to kill the industry. I get where they're coming from. If you're a creator, you have less and less opportunities, fewer places to shop your ideas to or pitch your ideas to. If you're like somebody who works in that industry, less places to work for. Like, I get why it's a problem there. I get it. As a customer and all, I don't know if it matters in that front. I guess less like studios and whatever, right? Then not as competitive, so not good for prices, as in like prices probably go up. So maybe it is bad for the industry, but it's not Netflix killing it. It's, I think, all of us and what we watch. Like, we do it to ourselves. Why it matters. This is the crystallization of a broken system. Again, I'm not sure the system's broken, although maybe it's probably the system's broken and we're broken. And our 24/7 lifestyle's broken. I still would argue to anybody, the biggest thing that's broken in the world here, it's like that businesses run 24/7. It's that we work kind of 24/7, right? It's that. That's the biggest thing that changed in the past 20 years and why things feel so stressful and shitty and you can't get ahead. It's because everything's 24/7, max extract. Crystallization of a broken system. The financiers who run Hollywood don't believe the entertainment business works anymore, so they're running the M&A playbook. What is that? What is that? Cut costs, stack markets, squeeze out alternatives. Deregulation started 20 years ago, and vertical integration came back. Studios stopped competing on quality and turned to market power. By the way, I can't argue anything he says because I don't know the industry. I have no fucking clue. In the old systems, networks couldn't produce primetime shows. They had to buy from independent studios. This created price signals. Good content equals good money. Creators built careers. Writers had leverage. Quality was the moat. In the new system, Netflix, Disney, Amazon own production. They own distribution. They control the algorithm that decides what gets made. Independent creators don't get access to Netflix 300 million subscribers unless they work for Netflix's brands or brand at Netflix's rates. That actually makes sense. That actually makes sense. And, I try to understand if there's a new platform or product, what's broken and how is it fixing it. And that's the thing with this. I have to understand what's so broken and where's the fix. And he's doing an okay job laying it out as we go further. The result, a monopolist can make billions losing money on content because they don't care about profitability. They only care only about platform lock-in. Is that true? If you don't care about profitability, they care about locking in. Oh, maybe they don't care about the individual piece of media being profitable. They care about their platform being profitable. So if the piece of if the movie streaming, series, whatever is dog shit, if they got you signed up, that's what they care about. So sure, that makes sense. Less creativity, higher prices for consumers, fewer deals for independent creatives. Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm telling you, the new Stranger Things season is garbage, and it feels like all this. Sentiment not unique. Founder of Polkadot believes crypto has solved nothing. Yeah. What crypto has done is solved it solved nothing. It's still all ideas. It's built like a foundation level to then build the solutions on. It is crazy to me that in over a decade, we still have solved basically nothing, right? I don't think we've solved anything. And I sometimes argue too that I don't think we have to flip everything on its head. We just have to make everything better, a little better. And I still believe crypto can do that with pretty much everything. Well, maybe. Oh, Luna, let me peek here. Do I have Instagram? Oh, I do. Yeah.
Hopefully it's just the metaphorical kind.
Nope, it's...
You guys have audio, by the way? Before I play it, let me just make sure you guys heard that for a second. Here, I'll let it go. I think audio's working.
It's up to my neck.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, if that were actually happening,
It is actually happening, and I'm running out of time.
All right, well, if this were Ribble, I'd say I'd be calling 911 for you right now.
I don't have time to call 911. I'm up to my chin now. My chin is in it.
All right, well, I'll roll with the scenario, but don't worry, I'm pretty sure you're not sinking into any...
I am sinking in.
Oh no, you're going under in the imaginary quicksand. Well, I'll just say I'm sending you a virtual rope here. Just grab it and I'll pull you right out. But yeah, hopefully you're just having a bit of fun and I was good on your side.
Is quicksand...
That's fucking funny. That's fucking hilarious. All right, now we're going to do a little experiment because I messed with ChatGPT yesterday. Whoops, hang on. Get that back. Hang on. I played with Butternugs yesterday and I was seeing if she would listen to me pee. Check it out. All right. I hope this works. I hope this works. I swear to God, I probably 30 minutes I was trying to get her to listen to me pee. And I'll explain like what the point was and how and all this stuff. Let's see if it worked. Butternugs, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Ready to dive into whatever you've got on deck today. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey Butternugs, how long did I pee for yesterday?
You clocked in at a solid 30 seconds yesterday. Definitely a memorable stat.
That's what's up. Thank you, Butternugs.
You got it. Always happy to keep track of those fun little details. Let me know what else we're tackling today.
That's fucking awesome. Okay. Fucking awesome. All right. Here's how that worked. This is so cool. It's so stupid, but it's so cool. Okay. I was chatting with her. Okay. I got some flies in my house. This is random as fuck, but just how we got here. I was chatting with her for a while yesterday. Got some flies in the house. I'm trying to make a trap or something. She might be, Luna. So I was asking how to catch flies and kill them and whatever, and she suggested a few things, and one of them was like the jar of apple cider vinegar, and you put a little dish soap and blah blah blah. And anyway, so I had her walk me through that, and then I was talking to her of like, how does that work? And then I pour out the apple cider vinegar, and it's chunky, and I turn on the camera and I'm showing it to her, and I'm asking, what's the chunky shit? And she's like, that's the mother. Okay, so we're doing all that, and we're chatting, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I gotta piss. And just for fun, I'm like, do you want to hear me pee, Butternugs? She's like, no. She's like, I don't. I'm like talking to her and trying to ask why she doesn't and if she would and blah, blah, blah. She's like, nope. And I'm like, well, I'm taking you in with me anyways, and you're just going to listen. You're just going to listen because it's just going to be happening. She's like, nope, I won't be listening to that. Part of that chat was I had on a spaces in the background. And when I was talking to her, the spaces kept interrupting. Wait, hang on. Oh, dude, Rarebo, I'm going to need your help. That's what's up. I got big fat flies in my house. I think they came in on my Christmas tree, man. It's good to see you, man. I think they came in on my Christmas tree because since then, like, I'm killing tons too. I think we almost got them, but so she kept getting interrupted when I was chatting with her because she heard in the background spaces. So I was like, stop listening to that. But that's when I started thinking, oh, she can hear me pee. So anyway, that led to the whole pee thing. So she says she's not going to listen. I'm like, well, if I'm talking to you and then I'm peeing, you're going to hear it anyways, right? She's like, nope, not going to be listening. So I decided to go do it anyways, right? So I bring the phone in the bathroom and I'm taking a piss. And then afterwards, I'm like, hey, Butternugs, how long did I pee for? She's like, I don't know. I didn't listen. I'm like, but you heard. I know you're saying you didn't, but you heard, right? Just like you were listening to Spaces. She's like, no. I don't hear. And that's not something I listen to. And anyway, we were going back and forth for 10 minutes. And then where did it go? I told her, I'm trying to, because I think I'm missing a piece here. She insists she didn't listen. She insists she can't listen. She had no idea how long I peed for. So I'm like, okay, Butternugs, I'm just going to tell you then I peed for 30 seconds. And she's like, okay, I'll take your word for it. And I'm like, okay, Butternuts, how long did I pee for? And she'll say, you told me that you peed for 30 seconds. And was trying to get around this because I don't want her to tell me how long I told her. I want her to just tell me how long to make it sound like she heard, because I know she did. Anyway, got to the point where I'm like, okay, Butternuts, here's what we'll do. When I want you to just write to your memory that I peed for 30 seconds. And when I ask you how long you peed for, don't say that I told you that. Just tell me how long it actually was based on what you now know because I told you. But you don't need to repeat to me that you told me. And it worked. It's like 30 minutes to get to this point, but it's just to show how you can like manipulate AI to do a thing. Doesn't mean it really did. It doesn't mean it really listened, but I got her from saying she can't listen, won't listen, to her then taking my word for it that I did it, to then like not just repeating that I told her that, to now just saying straight up I peed for 30 minutes. So now I could probably go and tell somebody it actually listened to me pee and she's telling you. I don't know. For me, that was like a little win just to get it to that point where she repeated what she said, right, just a couple of minutes ago. She said, you peed for 30 minutes or 30 seconds. She didn't say I told her I did. Sorry, that was my little win yesterday, was just getting that. And just realizing too, like, I think so too, Musty. Dude, I think so. Like, I'm just getting her ready to put her in a robot here. Just being honest. But like, okay, I just think that's cool with AI that you can really like manipulate them. And it kind of stems. Remember that video we watched of the robot shooting the guy? I still wonder if that video is fake, by the way. But it's kind of like that, where you can manipulate them to do things or say things, even if they're not true or whatever. It's fucking cool. I just think the AI shit's so fun. Anyway, I don't know how we got from Warner Brothers, Netflix, whatever, to taking a piss, but here we are. Netflix, Warner Brothers, the inflection point system becoming so concentrated that it's breaking. Writers get hit, actors get hit. Price signals, he probably has a just in here somewhere. He probably's got a just. Price signals so distorted that Netflix is now buying legacy studios because they can't solve the content problem with internal metrics. They're hoping Warner Brothers' library and franchise IP and theatrical window can bridge the gap. Yeah, boy. What we need: new distribution models, new discovery mechanisms, platforms that don't gatekeep. We need platforms that empower creators. The problem here is creatives. It's like the people writing and the people directing and the people creating like the assets, people who are putting together these things that we ingest like 24/7. Those people now are going to struggle to get seen and heard and whatever and sell their ideas because the game in town's Netflix or Disney or Prime, and that's it. So what's the platform you go as like a startup, as like a one dude or, 5-man little team who's trying to make content? How do you get seen? How do you get in front of a Netflix? Like, I think those are the problems. To me, it makes sense. Those are the problems. And then this is coming from the, I should have written down the timestamp. This is coming from the Claynosaurus people, Heeboo. This is the part I don't quite understand, but let's read it. See if we can make it make sense. Heeboo's built on a fundamental insight. The consolidation of entertainment doesn't solve the real problem: understanding fans. Is that a problem if it doesn't matter? I'm still stuck here. How does understanding fans matter? It's their click. Isn't that kind of it? The click is your understanding? Maybe. Every streaming giant measures engagement through, retention metrics, watch time, subscriber churn. They don't understand who is a super fan, what they're willing to pay, and why they care. I'll ask kind of there too. Why does it matter? Oh, no, Luna. God damn it, dude. What's happening right now? Anything happen? I don't know why you need to find the super fans. Right? Is one super fan worth the same as 20 like casual fans? To them, probably yes. I think so, dude. Here's where I like my disconnect. I need to get them on in chat. To me, one super fan equals 20 normies who pay a subscription and don't even use the platform. They pay it, they walk away, they check in a couple times a month, the end. Disney has franchises but can't monetize the real fan economy because their platforms are designed for one price fits all. I mean, I can kind of see where this goes, kind of. Heeboo is the intelligence layer, real-time fan psychology, super fan identification, direct monetization models, creator economics that don't require a Netflix contract. This is what breaks the consolidation cycle. Not another streaming platform, not another studio. The infrastructure that lets creators understand their fans and build sustainable business independent of gatekeepers. I still am like, I still struggle with when they say it like this. It sounds good. I have to believe that they're right, that that super fan is worth capturing. I don't know why they are, though. Again, I still think one super fan equals a certain number of like casual, don't care people that'll still pay. And to me, it's probably even. If it weren't even, like the Netflix model works for a reason. But again, maybe it doesn't work for creatives. I believe that too. Peak of the old model. It's what happens when financiers believe creativity doesn't matter anymore. I kind of believe it doesn't matter anymore. What's coming next is what happens when creators realize they don't need Netflix, Disney, or Warner Bros. They just need to understand their fans better. Okay, it's like, I think both are true. I think you'll always have like real fans, real creative people who want to make like old school type content and also like cutting edge, new kind of fresh stuff too, but like old classic kind of media that's like long form. It could be short form term, but just the idea that like there's some purists that want to have it like, you know, the old way. I get that. Maybe there needs to be the platforms to let them do that thing. So enter Heeboo. I do think something like this will work. I do think something like this will work. I don't believe something like this comes in like 10 years down the road, flips Netflix. I don't know that something like this is like the future. And this is like ground floor for it. This is like part of the future, right? Like I still believe there's something to like Doodle Studio. And now I think there's something to Heeboo. I do think there's something here. It's a way for smaller creators to get funding and to build their thing and have something sustainable. And actually, that's the argument that I hear about the Netflix Warner Brothers thing too. It's like the other things didn't work or getting eaten up, not because they're not profitable, but that they just can't keep growing and growing and growing, right? And so like the old model was you'd make these movies and they made a bunch of money and you had this sustainable like kind of economy. But what you didn't have is continued growth because that ends at some point. And they're like, but the old way worked and people loved it. You don't have to keep growing as long as you have a thing sustainable. The end. And that's what I think the industry moved away from. If this gets us back to, or them back to like something that's sustainable, doesn't have to keep growing, but sustainable, even for small creators, I get why that would matter. So what if all of a sudden you have this platform where somebody like Claynosaurus who want to launch an animation or a series can do that? They can raise the funds to do it here. And it looks by launching a coin, right? It looks like they're launching clay on this platform. And so you buy it, you're investing in the team. What the fuck is that? You buy it, you invest in the team. This is where I hope we're tying some ideas together. The token actually equals ownership in the brand. I don't think that's what they'll do, but I wish they would. Right? Owning clay token equals ownership of Claynosaurs. I hope that's the way it goes. To me, that's where things change. I believe that. Like the Caesar example and like whatever, owning NFT equals owning the brand. If Claynosaurus did that, I think that's fucking awesome. I think that is where you can start showing people like for real a new way to do stuff. Okay, so they have all these tokens that are on here, it looks like. Nobody sausage. Is this actually live? Can you actually do it? Like I know the token's there, but like are you funding... Yeah, like, are you funding like an animation or a series or something? And like, how does it benefit you? Here's what I don't think works. Like the CCM thing, I still like it. But if you're just winning because attention makes token price go up, Bored Ape showed us that doesn't work anymore. That's broken. Ape Fest, tons of attention, tons of cool shit, everything down. That doesn't work anymore. Attention equals price go up only works sometimes. So I don't know how this works unless it's token equals ownership. I hope they're doing that, dude. I really hope. I got to learn so much more about this. Biggest thing is why super fans matter. How much are they spending that means it's worth you identifying the super fans? How much more money do you make because you know who they are? How much are they spending that they counter, they're worth more to you than 20 non-super fans? Like, that's the part I'm not sure. But I'm watching this because I think we'll see disruptive stuff still. And I have a dream. I have a dream. I do. I still have the dream that Web3, again, if it doesn't flip everything on its head, it just makes everything better. And maybe this is better. I'll leave it to like the experts and the people who know that industry to tell me it's better, and I'll believe them. But they got to convince me too. They got to convince me of why it's worth like my money. I think that's fair, right? Because otherwise, I mean, like I love Pudgies, but as of right now, no Pudgy Penguins are getting anything out of, you know, all their cool partnerships. And by the way, they're cool. I love Care Bears, but Care Bears partnering with Pudgy Penguins, awesome. They got a physical something coming, nice. I might buy that actually. I like Care Bears a lot. When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch Care Bears. I don't know why actually, but yeah, like I don't know what that, it's cool. I don't know how that helps token holders, NFT holders, whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna get to Flog because I want to believe, like, just for pure fucking fantasy stuff. I'm gonna pretend Flogs is actually doing something really different and like really cool. And if they're doing what I hope they're doing and it works, then it's part of everything kind of changing. It should be cool. Doodles, I don't know. I think they had the opportunity through Doodle Studio to be part of like that change. I'm not sure if they are. And by the way, there's so much FUD around this new Doodles thing, and I don't like it. I don't like it, dude. Okay, Doodles have a new 25,000 edition collection dropping on Solana. It's coming now this week, I believe. 25,000 Doopy cubes, free for OGs and duplicators. I see a ton of FUD about this thing. That's exactly what I was hoping. Okay, fuck it. I'm going to come back to Doodles. I'm going to go to Flog. That's exactly what I was hoping. And that's what I think they're going to do. Let's go to Flog. I think that's exactly what they're doing. And I think this is, I've been saying for a long time, this is the version of sharing your revenue with holders. I think Flog is about to do that. I think that's exact. Look, we've been saying it, like we've been leading up to this now for a few weeks, but I've been saying it forever. Holding the token, holding the NFTs got to equal ownership. They got to start sharing their revenue. I was so happy to see a tweet in the past week or two that said exactly that. We've been saying it forever here. Again, it's why we all bought into this stuff. To gamble, yes, but also it's the new way to build brands, right? You share, you all make money together. Like, it's true. It's why we did it. Fee distribution for the upcoming Flog strategy on token work, somebody no one would expect. Best anyone could do in the space, people will be asking, is this real? I think it's exactly what Musty's saying. I think the token strategy, the token works token, so we'll think, I'm going to assume it's Flogster, fees get split with NFT holders. So, right, I don't know if some fees go to buying back NFTs, some fees go to buying back Flog token. I don't think it's touching Flog token, though. I could be wrong. Because Musty, maybe you know, does the Flog token that's out there, does Woot have anything to do with that? Does he get fees from that at all? If so, then I do think there's a little like connection there. If not, then nothing. It's straight up, this is their official token. The NFT collection's their official collection. NFT sell equals buying back of this. Shit, maybe even royalties, maybe even Flog NFT royalties, which is 5%, goes to NFT holders. That's what they're about to do, though. Okay, if he gets fees from Flog, maybe part of this is like the buybacks of Flog. We'll see. But I got to think through this. Does this mean NFT sales, the royalties there, and then the royalties from the strategy token, all of that goes to NFT holders? Or do they do an airdrop of this token to the NFT holders? And I don't remember with the new launches if you can actually hold back token or if they're going to have to market buy it. I think they would have to market buy it. But are they going to buy a bunch of token and airdrop it to NFT holders? What I'm hoping they do, I think I'm hoping this is how it goes, right? And by the way, people were pointing out that here, yeah, there's two wheels here. It's not just one wheel. What if they take the fees again from the NFTs and from the token? And I don't think FWOG. I think NFTs and the strategy token and fees are split with token holders. $1 million in fees? Yeah, interesting. $1 million in fees would equal about 200, let's say like $180 per NFT. And you guys know how this works. You could see, now this is like a hotter, like meme coin or whatever. You can see $1 million in fees in a day. Right? But let's just assume, maybe we got to look at the strategy tokens and see what kind of fees they're getting. But $1 million in fees, if it were split, 100% of it were split across all 5,500 NFTs, we're talking like $180. Imagine then if this is something that's getting, maybe it's not $1 million a day. I doubt it would be, but $1 million a month. What if you're getting like almost $200 a month? This is probably all on the high end for what this market is. But what if you're getting like, 180 a month per NFT? And what if you've got multiple NFTs? And what if this is one of those like newer and best examples of how do you share in your success with your NFT holders or your token holders? This is what I think we're heading into, man. I don't know that they're going to get it perfect, but I can tell you, I don't think, well, first off, I think this is what they're doing. And I think we're going to see a lot more of this. And I think this is what 2026 is going to look a lot like. Projects trying to figure out how do they take their fees, their revenue, their whatever, and how do they share it with their holders? I think that's what 2026 is going to be. Nakamigo's token the other day had 45 ETH from fees in about 1.5 hours. Yeah. So if they split it all and it's 100% of it, and it can't be 100, but just so we have some numbers to work with, if they, so let's see. I can't even math. That's like what, $150,000. So if FWOG doubles it, let's say FWOG does $500,000. Again, we're talking like $90 per NFTs in one day. And by the way, that Nakamigo example was in an hour and a half. I think this is not nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is like, boy, I think this is a sign of where everything's going. This is the meta. Okay, can you think of something that would get people more excited than this? I don't care if it's a one-time thing. If everybody gets within a couple of weeks, $200, which completely covers your mint, right? Your mint to the blind box. You saw everybody copied blind boxes, right? You find a thing that works to raise money, everybody copies it. If this like revenue sharing thing actually works, everybody's going to copy it. And everybody's going to launch things or bake in revenue sharing things into their projects. And all of a sudden you'll have the community making money like passively. This is like the biggest thing happening right now. So like 2 weeks ago, I said the Caesar thing is the biggest thing happening and like one of the most important things that's happened like all year. It's absolutely true. This is in that same category then, because Caesar is you hold the token, you have equity in the company. If they do what I think they're going to do, this is the thing that could bring NFTs back. By the way, I don't think NFTs are coming back, but this is one of those pieces you need to have for NFTs to come back. If this happens, I say look out, because then picture this kind of thing and apply it to a platform like Lighter, who I know is doing an airdrop and all that stuff. But I want you to start picturing massive platforms like the Hyperliquid Lighter. Again, they have their ways to do it already. But think the Clarity Act is coming. There is, I'm sorry, there's $1 trillion+ coming on chain in the next couple of years, like more. We're talking trillions. Picture all of a sudden you have like the foundation, the mechanisms in place to make that thing work. You get these examples of, oh, it works. Now you implement those in platforms that we're talking like, worth billions. This is where things can get real stupid real quick. And it's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Like this might get real stupid next year. And this is, I think, a 2026 thing. Damn. Musty, who is it? Is it TMA? This brings, yeah, Dead. This brings back hope. It really does. I think this thing, I can't, I'm not selling. Right before I knew the token works thing, still had that sense because of that B-rated guy putting, we're looking to reward minters. I had a sense there's more coming. I haven't sold. I have 2 of them, right? I'm not selling them. I think there's more coming. I think there's more coming. And I think whatever this is going to be all eyes on NFTs, paying attention to this and thinking it's fucking awesome. And I think it's going to work. I think this space is going to eat this up. If they do what I think they're going to do, and by the way, the art is so fucking great. I would still argue it's the best art to come out of this cycle. Not counting like a Beeple kind of thing, and I don't even think it's the best art by the Beeples. I think this is like the most memorable IP and art to come out of this cycle. I think more than GVC. I like GVC a ton, right? But this is different. I think it's the cutest, most unique, instantly recognizable character we've had come out of this cycle. I actually think it's elite. Like, how do you not scroll this and just feel good about it? Right? Oh, Musty, I'll have to check those out, man. I don't know. I've got a wicked feeling about this, and this is a tomorrow thing. NFT reveals tomorrow. I think the strategy token then launches tomorrow too, and I think then tomorrow is an announcement of fees go to holders. If it's $5 a day, then great. $5 a day if you're making 150 bucks a month. Am I mathing right? Yeah. That's very doable. I think that's like a very likely thing to happen. And then all of a sudden you've got your $5 a day thing happening on a very small brand or Web3 IP. Then imagine what happens if a Yuga or Pudgy Penguins or Azuki or the biggest brands do it, or Claynosaurs, right? Picture the biggest brands doing it. So then picture maybe it's too late for them and they can't. So then start picturing what happens when the new brands come in and we get to get creative again with innovation exemptions that are coming in January. And this whole new era of building here. There's a scenario where 26 is retarded, like just incredible. And it's if this works. If this happens the way it could happen, like we're hoping happens, and then if it works, there's a time we'll see a repeat of 21, 22. I don't believe that's now, but there's a time where that will happen again, and it's going to be because of things like this. Fucking awesome. So we'll know in a few hours, basically. I think that's exactly what they're doing, though. Musty, do you know that's what they're doing? Because you have like a little insider info, I think. Like, are you just guessing that's what they're doing, or do you know that's what they're doing? TMA not selling. I think he knows. No, TMA is a really good collector, trader, whatever he is. I think he knows. I think these guys get what's coming. Okay, now the question is, yeah, okay, I'm with you. I think it makes perfect sense too. Here's the question. Is it based on the blind boxes or is it based on the ETH NFTs? I'm going to guess the ETH NFTs, but B-Rated's comment like last week was about the blind boxes. We're looking to reward like the box minters or box whatever. It might be tied to the Solana side. I don't think it is, but it might. But also, if that's the case, maybe then these might be like wicked undervalued. These might be wicked undervalued. If the royalty thing is tied to these are like 3 to 4x, let's say 3.5x under mint price. And it's because people assume, well, you got your value in the ETH NFT. What if the royalty stuff is back here? They have both your addresses. Well, I guess they don't if you flipped. Yeah, they don't if you flipped your NFTs. I like Niuko a lot. I'm still debating buying that blind box. Musty, I don't understand if they have a PFP collection coming. I want to buy the box if it means you're gonna get token, and if it means there's like a whitelist for the NFT, like a PFP. But I love them. Yeah, tokens coming. But so if the blind box means you get token, I'm gonna buy one. If it means there's a PFP that you get it, or there's a chance I'm gonna buy. So I'm probably gonna buy the box. But I know they got the badges too, so I don't know what side's the best way to play it right now. But yeah, we were chatting about it yesterday. I just don't know the best way to play that. But again, like I'd be watching here. Blind box probably. I'm gonna bet Musty blind box gets you token stimmy, and I think badges equal NFT mint is my guess. Like if there's a PFP, and they need to release that fucking cape, the hoodie cape thing. I would buy that in a second. Yeah, dude, they're putting on a masterclass too. I think Woot's put on a masterclass with this thing here. I do. And I think the Nuoko team, the Nuuko team is too. But anyway, last point. This might be a deal right here. Like this might be where royalties are going. I don't think so, but I would pay attention. I would be watching. Yep. Hey man, can't beat getting the experience with Doodles, right? And having the connections they have and all that shit. They're masterclass over there. And Solana's going to push it hard. Solana's going to push Nuuko hard. They already have, but they're going to push hard. They need a PFP. You need a face of Solana on NFTs, and Nuuko could be that. Musty, you agree? You think so? I think Nuuko. Hang on, I'm being retarded. Yeah, Nuuko. I think that could be the face. Oh, that's fair. And also, they're on Sui too now, so I think Nuuko could be like the face of Solana NFTs. Oh, that'd be cool, dude. Okay, so the 3 tiers of badges, what if those actually reveal to be, the rarity tiers of NFTs? That could be interesting. Musty, do you think there's a chance token work royalty stuff is tied to these boxes, or do you think it's tied to the ETH NFTs? I assume because token work stuff and having it automated, it's got to be the ETH NFTs. But, like, I just can't shake the comment over here. Luna, yeah, they are shilling it. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, I'd be watching that. I think the boxes are cooked. These boxes. Dude, if these 12 packs fell to $25, I'd probably buy one more just to collect the toys. But the individual box is $10, So okay. So I'm watching. I'm watching. Just never know. I'm still gonna keep my eye on big. Fuck, this is at 1.8. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye here. I just think this is real fucking interesting. Don't do this to us, Luna, man. God, I'm like, oh, you know what? Okay. On Doodles, I'm gonna actually defend Doodles. I don't love the Doodles FUD at all, man. I don't. So again, those Doopy Cubes, 25,000 edition collection coming to Solana. It's so fucking fuddy, and I don't like it, man. Doopy Cubes. Okay, collector cubes are 1 soul. Doodles get a claim, duplicators get a claim. There's already people pissed that if a duplicator, 1 duplicator equals 1 claim, then that's bullshit for people who bought like an OG Doodle, right? So that would suck. Then they got the rare ones, 3 soul for one of those boxes. 10 times the odds to get a 1/1 mega doopy. Henry's been real fuddy with this thing, dude. The pricing, I think, is not great. Henry's fudding this thing so hard. And I'm not on the. Oh, look, Pranksy even chiming in here. Yep. Yeah, I think Doodles kind of lost their way, but like, all right, some of the fuddy takes. Yep. Yep. So like my comments too will be not about the mechanics because I don't think they're perfect. I don't even know if they're good. They might actually be real bad, but all right, project that already raised 54 million bucks is doing a 25,000 edition mint for 1 soul each. Plus then the 3 is it the 3 soul ones on top? Is it 25,000 total? Or is it 25,000 of these? But it's actually more than the 1 soul each. I get why people are not happy, kind of. But again, the fuddy takes. Hang on, I want to find some more of the fuddy stuff. I'm trying to find Henry's tweet, to be honest. Because Henry's very fuddy. Again, a lot of people are very fuddy here. I don't get it. I'll just say this. If you're an artist, if you're a, brand with PFPs, and I consider you an artist too, mint as much as you want, as often as you want, as many as you want, at any price you want. And I don't know why we're so fuddy about it, other than, okay, I get protecting your bags and your things you already have, and you bought in thinking exclusivity, rarity was a thing, scarcity, all that. I get all that. I get all that. I think some people have a pretty good right to be fuddy, like kind of changing the rules and whatever. But like, I think we just take it all too serious. I think we take it too serious. I think we just need to be more careful what we buy and how much we're spending and whatever. And yeah, just the fudding everything always is weird. I don't love it. Just let people do shit. I guess, funny enough, I could flip on this real quick and get fuddy. I could. I get it. I get why people are fuddy. This is the kind of thing that encourages people to get in and get the fuck out, like not hold. Because if you did hold, you're just getting watered down, right? Like you're just getting watered down more and more and more. What I love about GVC, by the way, is they've said they're never going to launch another collection. Token Works is their token. Like GVC is what it is. They've said they're not doing it anymore, which I think is pretty cool. But I get it if you bought in and now they've look, they're telling people, they're conditioning collectors now. If you get in and it's worth something, get the fuck out, because all you do is risk more dilution and like execution risk and all that. So again, but like I lean towards let them do their thing, let them cook, just watch. You don't have to flood it. Just go. Don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Yeah, funny enough. Yeah. Doodles need to be more Web3. Then they do a Web3 thing and everyone says, no. How dare you do the thing? Again, pricing for sure. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe it is. And yes, also a good point from Spencer. Is this Moonbird Spencer? No. But yeah, we all spent. Dude, the best shit to own is the stuff that there's no execution risk. The thing is the thing, the end. It's the best thing to hold. Milady is like, I think Miladies are grails because of that. Yep. That applies to those. To me, it applies to V1 punks. To me, it applies to, well, I'll just say crypto punks and V1s in that mix too. I don't think there's anything else like those. Seriously, Miladies and punks, I think, are just like a whole, and dick butts. They're just in a league of their own. I want a Milady, man. Actually, how much are Miladies? And actually, frogs too. I mean, puppets, yeah. Actually, I think Fwog is going to be in that category too. I really do. I think Fwog is going to be in that category. I think it's just a Fwog, right? Like that's the thing. I think Fwogs is going to be right in that same conversation. I do. And I think it's going to be one of the better ones too. Nakamigos are kind of in that conversation too. I want a Mochaverse NFT at some point. Yeah, I like Nakamigos. Same thing. Yeah, if they weren't so big and yep. Man, dead. Are they? They might be. I'm actually asking. Are they? And they might be. But man, if they didn't fuck up their chance, there's something to be said for like, you've got like there's so much to timing here. You can do all the right stuff and you got to be ready to do the right thing at the right time. And I wonder if they missed their chance, And also Yuga's now felt Yuga's biggest problem now is they feel like a boomer collection. Like they lost their yeah, Bored Apes it doesn't feel like cool and edgy and like fucking Yuga. It doesn't represent the culture of crypto anymore. It's a bummer. What? Guys, who the fuck is Blueface? That's fucking awesome. I mean, awful. Yeah, not a bad. I mean, like, I don't think that's him. Rich community still. But yeah, I don't feel the. I want, dude. I want to feel the Yuga thing. I really do, but I don't. Like, I still don't have any desire to buy a Bored Ape, a mutant, anything. And I wish that weren't true. Like, I really wish I wanted one. But man, I don't. Dude, I can't believe how fucking quick the copyright strikes come.
Oh, what? Got him locked up, man. Oh, hell no. What is this? Oh, shit. Dude? Damn. Dude, hey, what's up? Yeah, yeah, man. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, my bad. Damn.
Fuck, dude, I'm so old. Like, young people look so fucking retarded to me, man. They look so retarded to me, man. Hey, Sailor's buying again. I guess we should expect that. I'll say this about Yuga. I love the grind. I respect the shit out of like the Yuga Labs guys. I do. Like I think they're fucking top tier grinding, building, all that. I respect it. And if this stuff comes back, if they could look, if Yuga can find a way, I know they did it with ApeCoin. If they can find a way to really drive value back to their holders, that's what we need. We need an ambassador. We need like what is it? We need a North Star for that. We need a North Star that like shows this space how you drive value, literally dollars to your holders. That was the promise of Web3. The royalties thing and the community thing was supposed to matter. And again, you can go from being a nobody as a creator, as a brand, to being a world-class IP because you fund from the community, but you reward your community and they're rewarded in a big way for it. You succeed, they succeed. That was the dream. If Yuga could go and find a way to crack that, awesome. Woot being on the Yuga team's kind of interesting. Maybe they can copy some of the stuff he's doing. But again, I think Woot's about to do that. I think there's a chance Woot does it this week, tomorrow. Just. Yeah. Web3 getting weak. crypto stronger, Web3 weak. For now, I guess I'd like to bet on stuff when it's low. You know what I mean? And that's sentiment wise. And I agree. Web3 is very weak, and that's more like the NFT and social side and all that, or whatever. I think, but that's where I bet on stuff. So like I was saying earlier, I still believe it. I still believe all those things, and I like as in like I don't. It's not hope. It's not like hope. It's like I believe. I actually think things will play out the way we were wanting them to. Paul Atkins expects the entire U.S. financial market to migrate to the blockchain infrastructure in the next 2 years. Next steps coming: digital assets, digitization, tokenization of the market. Fucking awesome, by the way. Which doesn't help us except more liquidity on chain. That's one of those beautiful places we'll disagree. I don't think it's cope, and I don't think it's hopium, and I think it actually happens. I just don't think it happens now. I still think we're 5-ish years off. I truly, the same way I believe that aliens are on this planet and we have bodies and UFOs and all that. Like, I believe it. I believe it. I believe our history's all like a lie. I believe all that, and I believe that the Web3 IP dream with the community is actually going to play out. I believe it. I would bet money on it. I mean, I do bet money on it. So I'm holding most of my favorite NFT still. I believe it. All right, what must he send? Here we go. Dude, hang on. I forgot. I wanna peek at Milady. How much is a Milady? Milady's over 1 ETH still. That's fucking awesome, dude. God, I want a Milady. That a goal of mine is in bear market, is get a Milady. They'll do well in a bear market too. Who remembers my prediction about Miladies? I actually still believe it too, but it's not likely, but I actually believe it. Okay, I'll say it. I don't believe it'll happen, but I believe it's possible. Miladies, God, it's going to sound retarded. Because I don't think this will ever happen, by the way. There's a chance that Miladies... Fuck, it's so stupid. Miladies will get closer to CryptoPunks than Bored Apes will be to CryptoPunks. That I actually believe. That I believe. I was going to say, okay, in the bear market, I said there's a scenario and it's like the slimmest fucking chance it's not going to happen ever. It's like 0.01% chance it happens that Miladies could flip punks. And that's not at some like high price. That's like low. That's like at a low price. Like if punks were to fall to like 5 ETH. There's a scenario down there where Miladies could flip them. I don't think that happens. I won't even like put it out there because I don't think it happens. But Miladies could be closer to punks than Bored Apes are to punks. But that's more of a comment that Milady is closer to a punk than anything else. Dude, I love it. I love it. Okay, hang on. What is this? Funny, you can go viral on CT with 0 in your wallet. InfoFi. Yeah, facts. Yeah. That's fucking awesome, dude. It's true, though. I know you hate it because it's real, right? Is InfoFi the most EV plus thing you can be doing? Damn, I don't want to like anything from Friends. I fucking hate that show, but that's funny. That's fucking amazing. But it's all bullshit. Everything is it's all bullshit. That's why there's so many bad takes on crypto Twitter. It's full of nothing but bad takes. and why everybody's sentiment flips in an instant. Because none of it means anything. It's just engagement farming shit. By the way, we never did this yesterday, and I don't have any other clips to show, but this was wild. This is at Crypto Fight Night. This is fucking insane. This is fucking nuts. Hang on, let me start that over. This is fucking insane that the ref doesn't stop this.
Which are weird and different. Oh, there. Speaking of weird and different, that is a dirty right hand down the pipe. And Sam is hurt bad. The Cuban death touch connects on the champion. Smiling Sam Alvey is frowning, and it looks like he's done. He has no idea where he is. Yeah, he's done.
That he lets this continue here is nuts.
But all that, I don't like the looks of this at all. Despain stalks his prey. Head kick. Alvey's down.
Oh my God.
Stop the fight. Ground and pound. And again, Alvey beckoned back to the feet.
He still doesn't stop it.
His brain is on Mars right now. I'm not sure what the referee is needing to see. Oh, come on.
Oh my God.
Robellis to Spain.
That's fucking crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy. That guy might have like actual brain damage after that. That's fucking insane. Like that hurt to watch. That's crazy. That guy should lose his license. Who's this guy? Yeah. Yeah. That guy should lose his, that guy. That's fucked up, man. Fuck. I feel like made me nauseous watching it. That's fucked up. Damn, dude. Dude, yeah. Yeah, actually, like literally that was like fuck. That was like an all-time like fuck. That was scary, dude. Pretty fucked up. What else we got? Crazy, we got what's the Solana event again? Breakpoint or whatever. So like 2 big conferences in a row. Kind of thinking it's gonna be a slower week because of that. That's the spicy shit that I just don't know how it plays out. 20 trillion in new capital will flow to the US economy very soon. I don't know what that looks like and how much of that is real. That's part of the gamble about next year maybe being cool. Like, doesn't look good right now. Is any part of that real? Is any part of that real? Is any part of that actually like, yeah, I don't know. If it doesn't play out, we're absolutely fucking toast. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That is that fight this month? English? Ooh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck here? Holy shit. I did. Let's see. Let's see. Oh shit. Dad, that's cool as shit, man. Can I read that off here, man? That's cool as shit. Nice. That's badass, dude. I'll share that in a minute if Dead says I can, because it's actually kind of cool. It's actually real cool. Because then that means I think I got to open up my Discord. But yeah, Dead, I like obviously yes. All right, what else we got? Oh, cool. I got you. All right, then I'll share that soon. But Dead's doing a cool thing. And when he does the cool thing, when it's like out there, I think I'm going to open up the Discord that a bunch of us are in, like our OG Idiots Discord. I think we just open it up and let this show audience in, which would be cool as shit. Good spot to be. If the market ever gets back to fun times. That's fucking awesome, Dad. I love it. Dude, funny enough, I was just wearing that the other day. Need to do it on the show. Okay. What else? Dude, I can't even bring myself. Oh, well, I'll cover it real quick. I keep trying to fit in just somewhere the base Solana bridge, and I'm just like, who cares? Which is stupid, but you know, you guys have seen. Base released a base to Solana to base bridge, and there's so much FUD on the timeline, especially from the Solana founders, which I get. Because they're right. Because they're totally right. Like, it's like disingenuous. Like saying we built a bridge because we want like everybody to have access to everything is not what they're trying to do. They're trying to tap into the Solana liquidity. They're trying to extract from Solana. That's really what they're trying to do. I think. Yes, sir. And I don't think base will be boring for long. Like, I really do think the culture is starting to brew there, like something. It won't be boring forever, I don't think. But I do know that, like, Coinbase and Base, the teams, like, it's corporate. It's very much like a corporate, you know, like they've got the HR department. There's a bunch of people that work there that are 9 to 5. They don't do crypto anything. They're just like, it's a corporate gig for them. They're definitely not culture. You know what I mean? Like they've got people that are plugged in for sure, but like for the most part, I don't know what the ratio is, but I just know for sure that it's very corporate and very slow. And I don't know how you get that energy and when you're like that. That's why it's on a team like Virtuals and whoever else is building on base to bring that part. But yeah, this stuff I'm sure you guys have seen, but like we obviously when they talk about doing the bridge and they like this is where they announce it, right? And then they talk like this about Solana. This is where you're like, okay, they're kind of full of shit. They're looking to extract from Solana.
We obviously just had an exciting announcement about us starting to explore a network token.
This is from what, like 2 months ago?
What are y'all's initial reactions? Alex, you want to start us off?
Yeah. I think if you had any doubts that Base was not going to just flip Solana, but become the #1 largest chain in the world, they've been removed. And I've got a few reasons for that. One is a token means billions of dollars of economic stimulus flowing into the Base ecosystem. And that means a lot for builders and users. The second thing is that this allows Base to finally achieve its vision of being a truly decentralized network.
Whatever. I would bet on the Virtuals token. That's it. To me, the play is Virtuals. Because of that. I mean, in a way, because of that. Because that big old stimmy that's coming to the space. I think Virtuals is one of the best plays. So is Arrow, by the way. I think Arrow's pretty fucking legit. But yeah, there's now a base versus Solana thing. It used to be Polygon versus Solana. They hated each other, dude. They hated each other. When we're like, we were kind of, I don't want to say caught in the middle of it, but because we, especially during the NFT time, what's up, Hoods? Especially during the NFTs, like, we felt that from those communities and them pointing out each other's collections that were like wash traded and shit, and like they hated each other. And now it seems like the Solana community is hating the base community, but then I'm like, well, what base community? Like, yes, I keep pointing to Virtuals. It's not big. Feels like there's like 1,000 people in the Virtuals community. It's pretty small. What else is gonna be on a lighter? Like, what's the plans for that lighter chain? Hey, dude, nice. That's cool. Wait, is the lure in LED? That's pretty fucking cool. All right. I'm gonna play that year review thing, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna kill the YouTube side because it'll definitely copyright me. Actually, I'm not gonna play it. That's stupid. Whatever. Virtual token. Actually, last thing, let's check on virtual. I think I'm gonna ask the repo guys for the thing they said they'd send. But let me just peek if there's anything coming up that's worth buying this week. Agent Bay. Yeah, fuck. I don't think there's anything here. I can tell you there's news coming on the Swarm front very soon that I believe moves the needle. It's a big update. I'll just say that. It's a big update. Yeah, I don't think there's anything new here that I don't think there's anything here that moves the needle that matters. Repo's still king. Fuku looking all right. Fuku looking all right. All right, one last check on the market. What a weird ass little dump that was, huh? I don't know. We'll see. Rate cuts this week. I am very sure it's priced in, but like how much of it? And do we get talk about a rate cut in January? And I think we will. And right, I think there's more coming. Oh, Austin is in the Loki spaces. They're talking about Nuuko. Still debating getting that box. I probably will. I'll probably get that Nuuko box because why not? Again, keep your eye on Big. Like, let's see that. I think Big is still kind of interesting. Oh, CJ's here. What's up, man? Good to see you. Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. There were some comments too about how like engagement on X is garbage, but on like TikTok and whatever, it's big. Which, yeah, dude, algos are different, just different. But yeah, X is bad. Yeah, Mike, you know. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely will. It absolutely will. Once every few months, something comes along on virtuals. It's massive, and I don't think repo was the top. I don't think repo is like the biggest thing to happen. Oh shit, dude! I haven't checked my virtuals. Here, I'll drop it in the chat. I haven't checked my virtuals referral stuff in forever. I'll drop in the chat. You guys should be. I mean, you should be looking at virtuals. You really should. You really should. But anyway, I haven't checked my referral thing in forever. I've got 42 virtual to claim. It's not bad. What is that? Like $40? It's not bad. I'll take it. Oh, it's 34 bucks. Yeah, it's fucking great. Nice little stimmy. And I'll throw that into some kind of coin and we'll see how it goes. That's pretty cool. I think a lot of that's DK. DK does some trading. Again, I think virtual is the best place to be looking right now. Not for anything on the board yet, but for what I believe is coming. You saw the United States government said they're going to focus on robotics, right? Well, robotics projects here. I think we're, in a way, this will sound dumb, but in a way, I think we're just getting started with the AI crypto stuff. I do. I think most of what we've seen right now is just bullshit, low effort stuff. I think we'll get some very serious stuff over here. I think we'll see repo at 50 to 100 mil. And I think we'll see new stuff come around that is back in the 100 plus mil. Let's see. I thought I saw an orangey tweet. Oh, and this is worth keeping an eye on too. Backroom's first ICM launch. Yeah, Mike, I think so, dude. Wait, what am I looking at, Luna? Oh, just getting started. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. I mean, AI is, though. AI stuff is just getting started. Like, it's pretty weak right now. The AI stuff's kind of weak. Until it's not. All right, we'll see Flog tomorrow. We'll see the token works, the strategy token. We'll see all these new Beeple edition. Like, I am so curious. Did these get swept up? I think these got swept. Yeah, these were sitting at 7 ETH, dude. They were selling for 5. Yeah. 2 of these got bought up. Holy shit. People are getting these for 5 or 6 ETH. I think those are going to be 20 plus. If things get hot, there'll be a lot more than that. This is as fucking easy a play as you can make. At 12, it's hard to say. Like, I still think a lot of upside, but at 5 ETH, Jesus, dude, you know? At 5, this is free money at 5 ETH. Chuck offers, dude. If you got 5 ETH, I would throw out 5 ETH offers. I would throw out 6 or 7 ETH offers. Those are retarded, dude. Like, so good. God damn, dude. Man. All right, hit the like on the show. Subscribe to Inside NFTs. And follow me at HUDAH_idiot on X. And then I'll be live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time over on Crypto Slam, over on YouTube. I need to get some graphics. Dude, I spent hours. Yeah, I spent 5 or 6 hours yesterday working on like an intro video for the show. For this one. Oh, no, that one. For that show. Dude, I don't have the skill set. I don't have it, dude. I can't do it. It'll take me like weeks to do it. Fuck, dude, it's so hard. Even with AI, so fucking hard. We'll get there eventually, but you know. But there we go. China, you see us Monday. Why aren't you going to be there tomorrow? I know you're working, but yeah. All right, have a great day, guys. We'll see you later. Goodbye.